Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today I'm going to show you how to automate the biodiesel generator. Alright guys, so I've been mining a little bit because I needed to get a lot of that done for today's episode, but I wanted to cover just a couple things. This null charm here, take a look at it. It says, while in your inventory, certain items will be destroyed when picked up. The list of items destroyed can be configured by right-clicking with an item in hand. This is from Dark Utilities. I think you can have multiples of these, which I'd recommend probably 2, so you can get rid of more than a few things. But like I put cobblestone, limestone, and stuff in here, so that way when we use this drill, like all those items disappear, and we only get the stuff we want filling up in our inventory. So no more deleting stuff in the trash can. And also everything's lit up because I have night vision. But I also wanted to talk about this. I went ahead and upgraded to the quantum battery. And to be honest, it was not that expensive. I thought it was going to be more expensive, but it wasn't. So we had the single battery, or no, we had the double battery. To get the double battery, you needed this. And then, let's see, to get the triple battery, you just needed powered. And then to get to the quadruple battery, it was just the same recipe. And then to get to the quintuple, we had the empowered diamantine. So I just made the quintuple, and that's the highest tier, 16 million RF it holds. And I've been mining for just a little bit, and we're barely using any of that durability. And yeah, I'm just wrecking this area. I'm not in the lower area. I'm kind of going for iron and things of that nature. So. Iron and copper are found right around this level, so I'm really going for those things that are part of immersive engineering, because we're going to get into something today, as you heard in the beginning of the episode. So I'll meet you guys when we have just about all the resources we're going to need for today's episode. Alright, so we are back at home base, and I wanted to go over a few things. Let's get out of here. That was the improved blast furnace. We're going to go into heavy machinery, or actually, no, we're going to be making the generator. So it'd be under power wires and generator, and the diesel generator. Now, here's what the diesel generator looks like when you build the multi-block. We will, of course, be building this awesome thing shortly. But here's all the things required. I'll be making these off camera, so you won't have to worry about watching me craft all these different things. But we do have steel scaffolding, fluid pipes. It looks like redstone engineering block, heavy engineering block, generator block, and radiator block. Let's see, radiator. Oh, let's just go, because all this stuff is immersive engineering. So here's the radiator block. It is water with some copper. Where's our other blocks that they went? Here's our redstone. We don't need a light in this one, but we do need heavy. You will need light though for the other one, I think, for this one of the squeezers, I think. I don't remember. But the heavy engineering block looks like some steel. Just a lot of steel in this production. Another kinetic dynamo. Of course, these are easy to make. And then the radiator block. So just a lot of steel. Steel scaffolding as well, which is just more steel. And then the fluid pipes, where are they? They're somewhere. But the fluid pipes are another thing that we're going to have to make. Along with that, let's just go over the next thing that we're going to need. Or really, in the lineup of things to get this diesel generator working, we're going to need where's it at? A squeezer. This is going to squeeze the plants that we're going to make shortly into the liquids, and then we're going to put them through a fermenter. And the fermenter is what's going to get us, it says right here, structures that extracts ethanol from certain fruits, grains, and vegetables through the fermenting process. The structure is built as shown and formed by the engineering's hammer on the central cauldron. So yeah, we're just gonna have to make all this stuff. That's why I went mining, just to make sure we had enough stuff for this, because we really need to get more power. And just one of these diesel generators running will produce 4,000 some odd RF per tick. It may say exactly how much under the generator tab. Let's see. Does it say exactly? Right here. 4,096 flux per tick. So yeah, I would love to have that. That would make life a lot easier. So I'm going to go ahead and get all the items required for all the stuff we're going to need, and then I'll be with you to set it up. Alright, so we now have everything we need to get going, and I will give you the list minus the pipes. I did not count for the pipes. I just made a stack of fluid pipes because they're pretty cheap. But you're going to need 24 steel scaffolding, so if you want to write this stuff down, you can. You're going to need 4 of the red engineering blocks. You're going to need 6 light engineering blocks. You're going to need 4 wood barrels, or wooden barrels, 1 piston, 3 steel fence. You're going to need 8 iron sheet metal, 8 cauldrons, 13 heavy engineering blocks. You're going to need 4 generator blocks, and you're going to need 9 radiator blocks. So as you can see, I have all that stuff here. Probably the most expensive thing is, of course, the heavy engineering blocks, and the most tedious is the radiator blocks because you got to place the water in there to get that done. And these also require pistons, the heavy engineering blocks. So you had to make 26 pistons, and we only need 13 of those, and we only need 9 of these. So we get 1 extra that we don't actually need for the setup. But everything you see here, oh, I think I need 24. I thought I need 26 for a second. But we needed 4 advanced greenhouses. I think the 4 is going to work because we're going to make garden cloches or cloche, garden cloche, however you say it. And they require the advanced generator and also these lanterns, which we're going to need. Let's see, 4 glowstone for that recipe to make these lanterns. Oh no, we actually only need 2 glowstone because we get more lanterns than we need. Awesome. Quite clear glass. Oh, just any kind of glass. Okay. So we're gonna get a few of these. I've actually never used these before, but I do know that they produce stuff pretty fast. So we're gonna be learning how to use those. These also require some power. So I wish this thing would fill up. So I'm gonna let this guy fill up a little bit, and we're gonna go set these blocks up first. We need to do some sleeping. But yeah, we're gonna get this stuff all set up, and I need to find somewhere to put this. Where am I gonna put it? This thing is kind of in a bad spot, and I hate that it pops the items out. I don't want them to pop out like that. They're supposed to be going inside this chest. Like right now, we just got the item. Okay, I'm probably gonna tear this down and put it. This is where we're gonna put our generator. I think I'm gonna do that. Let's go ahead and do demolish. Awesome. And we get all this lovely stuff back. Need to be careful breaking that stuff because that does have stuff in it. And yeah, we'll move this guy somewhere else. But for now, we'll worry about it later. We need to set up our other stuff. Okay, so let's start building a few things. So kind of right here is going to be the center, probably where our generator is going to go. Somewhere over here. Hopefully it's not too loud. If it is, we can always fix it. But let's go ahead and build our generator first, our biodiesel generator. And let's look at how it's made. Okay. I would like to know where the front is. I'm guessing the front is going to be where these 2 pipes are. The 2 pipes we want facing. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So let's get our 2 fluid pipes is what we need for that. A fluid pipe here. Is this even the center? Oh, this isn't a center. Oh, I built this so wrong. Oh well. We'll get over it. Okay. So that's built like that. Let's pop back in here. The rest is generators, generator blocks kind of in a T. Going around it. like so. Awesome. So we've gotten that part. Now let's see what the rest is. We can speed this up. Or pause it. We can go down a level, up a level. Okay. There's also 3 pipes that run across. Like that. And then it is the radiator blocks back here. And what's on the side? Scaffolding. So the rest is going to be scaffolding. Like this. And this is like our first layer down at the bottom. Now, our next layer is going to be heavy engineering blocks, 1 redstone block there, and then another layer of these. So 1 redstone here. The rest is going to be the heavy engineering blocks. It's a pretty big machine. Like that. Okay. We still have more heavy engineering blocks to go. Okay, so it looks like the rest of the machine is made like such, with your heavy engineering blocks going like this in a cross pattern on the top. I'm guessing to activate this, we need our hammer. And let's read our book to find out where to hit this. It says, use the engineer's hammer. Okay. The small terminal on the side will turn off the generator. That's not what we're wanting. Built from food pipes. Okay, right click the central generator with the engineer's hammer. So, hit this spot. Awesome. That's pretty cool. Look at that guy. So this is going to be our generator. Let's go ahead and take this guy, take these guys out. We're probably going to need that out of there. Awesome. We can throw all this junk in here. I don't want any of this getting mixed in. Okay. With what we're already doing. Okay. So this is done. Now we have a pipe on one side and a pipe on this side. I think I want to run my next block over here. Let's go and see what we want. Okay. So I think our next thing is going to be the fermenter, right? We're going to need a... Wait, hold on 1 second. We're going to need... Heavy machine. We're going to need a refinery. That's what we need. So we need a squeezer and a fermenter and a refinery. The refinery is made like this. Okay, 2 pipes on the side with 2 things going up. I'm not sure if... Okay, so I'm guessing this can accept 2 different types of fluids from both sides. I don't know. We're going to set it right in the middle, though. It does look like a pretty big structure. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, 5 blocks across. And it looks like this is going to be the front, I think. The refinery is a complex multi-block that can refine 1 or 2 fluids into another. The most common application of this is refinement of plant oil and ethanol to make biodiesel. It's okay. Structure. Right-click the heavy engineering block in the middle layer. Fluids are inputted through the 2 ports on either side of the block and output through the orange marked port at the front. Okay. So let's go back to the refinery. Let's stop. Okay, there it is. Okay, so it outputs in the front. Okay, so we are doing it correctly. I was looking for this image. I'm glad it shows it. Okay, so let's pause here. And this is a... Is that a heavy? Oh, this requires 2 heavies. I misread. So we're going to need 1 more heavy engineering block. I totally didn't account for that 1 heavy engineering block. So let's get a heavy engineering block. We have 1, but honestly it's going to craft 2 anyways. So we're going to need this. We're going to need, of course, 2 pistons. And we're also going to need 2 of these. And then we're going to need the heavy engineering block. Okay. Back to what we were doing. That was a interruption. Okay. So let's get the heavy engineering block in place where we want it. So for outputs there, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 over here. I'll place this here, and then our first thing will probably be the heavy engineering block. I'm guessing. We read our book. Okay, so we got 2 heavy engineering blocks on top of each other. So let's just go ahead and get those done. There we go. And let's go to the next. Okay, so piping along the middle, and the rest is scaffolding. So scaffolding, scaffolding, right? And a light engineering block and piping all along it. So let's get one of the lights. And the rest will be, not that, fluid pipes. Just like that. Okay. So now that that's done, we can move on to the next layer, which is pretty simple, to be honest. It's just going to be these sheet metal. Honestly, I think I did not account for the materials for this machine. I think I completely forgot about this machine. That's what it's looking like. So we're gonna have to go make some more things, but once we make the things for that, we should be okay. All right, like that, and we just need some more sheet metal. I really do need to make the panel that allows for me to automatically access this panel from anywhere. So we need iron, sheet metal, and I think we're gonna need. Let's see, we're gonna need 4 more plus 8, right? I don't know. We have it just in case, and I think we're gonna need more scaffolding. Just in case, I'm going to grab a couple, because I think we're going to need a bit more. Also on light engineering blocks as well. I just miscalculated for that. Oh well, hopefully you guys forgive me for that. It is my first time building this machine, so go easy on me. Immersive engineering is new to me. Okay, am I missing something? Let's check our book. Okay, everything looks okay. Ah, we're missing a light engineering block. Right back here. And then we should be able to hammer this thing. And I think it said the center block. There we go. Awesome. That guy's done. Now we're going to need some room for some other stuff. That tree is totally in the way. I don't really have anything that can get rid of it right now on me. Okay, from this side, let's go ahead and put a thing right here, right? We can probably put it closer, probably right here, because it does not fill up a very large space. So let's put it right next to it so we can have a pipe really close. And let's look in our book. This side, we will do a squeezer. Alright, so the squeezer fits pretty nicely. So it looks like we stop this. The squeezer is a multi-block structure that produces juice or oil out of organic materials by the use of big pistons. Alright, we'll show to form the engineering hammer. Okay. Items can be input into the squeezer via the 2 hatches at the back. Are marked with blue dots. Oops. Oh, let's go back. Squeezer. Okay, so there's a blue dot on the back, so that's where stuff goes in, correct? The hatch with the orange dots serve as the item output, and the block below it to output fluids. Okay. So this outputs items. This outputs fluids. So we need to build it. We need to build it so that this is the output? Yeah. Alright. So let's get the first layer built, scaffolding, and then the piping, and then one light block. Okay. So pipes, they are connecting really funky. This and this goes all the way around, and then one light block goes here, and then we can go to the next. Okay, so the next is going to be redstone, and then we're going to need another light. All right, and then it is the fermenting barrels, or the wooden barrels. Just like that. Piston on top, and a fence. Alright, let's get our piston on top, and then our 3 fence. Just like that. Alright, and you're going to hit it with your hammer right here to knock that down, and then click this middle barrel, and bam. Awesome. Alright, now I'm going to remove some trees and I'll be right back. Alright, so I finally figured out how to get everything going, but first I want to show you guys how to kind of quiet this thing before we walk up there, and I have to adjust all the audio levels because it's really loud. So this generator is really loud. So let's look at immersive engineering, and there are mufflers, like actual headphone muffler things, if we can find them. Let's see, are they called mufflers? Let's see. I can't exactly remember what they're called. I'm probably just overlooking them. Let's look at this. There we go. Now we can have a wider view. I think they're more towards the end of the whole thing. Be nice if I already had this thing pulled up. There it is. Ear defenders, which is funny because that's kind of what they're actually called. But it looks like this is whatever color you choose it to be will be what color your muffs are. But you need iron rods, which that's not the only way to get them. This isn't iron rods. And whatever color earmuffs we have. So here's our ear defenders. And I think you can dye them any color. And they also can be added to your helmet, depending on what settings I think you set these to. So there should be a UI, I think. Maybe not. Maybe we just put these on and the sound goes away. Oh, that's much nicer. Okay, I thought there was a UI, but if you take these off... Oh man, that's how loud this is. Put these back on, it's much more manageable. Okay, let's go over the things that we've done. Actually, let's go ahead and add these to our dark helmet. As you can see, you can kind of see them there. Okay, let's turn this on. Here is what's going on. So I could not get these to automate with item conduits. They would not come out. So my solution was to have them directly come out on a conveyor belt, drop into a hopper, like so. I just have the hoppers connected with item conduit. And then what's going to happen is it goes into the item conduits down into our placer. And I didn't have to change anything, it's just the way it is. And then over here we have it extracting on the brown channel, going in here on the brown channel. So these should be working perfect. As you can see, this places it. This thing gets filled. Currently we have a backlog, and that's why I added these, so this would work. I added these pipes instead, and that should work. We shouldn't notice much change. The plant oil seems to be what we're kind of slowing down on, and that's this hemp over here. And I'm not sure if there's a better plant to use than this. I went ahead and added the water back here, and as you can see, I added bone meal. You can add bone meal, and that adds a fertilizer. I'm not sure if there's different types of fertilizer that affect it. I'd have to look on the wiki. There might possibly be something, but this is going into conveyor belt, going into the hopper, and I have this here because there's a filter. I want to get rid of the industrial hemp and just get the seeds. The seeds are what I'm after. It doesn't seem like I'm producing enough of the industrial hemp seeds at the moment, so what I'll probably do is make some more of these garden cloches and set them up on the side here, and I'll change my power system so that way these energy conduits are what powering this, even though these are kind of expensive for what power these use. But it should all work. This guy is the one making the seed oil, and as you can see, it's just not producing too much off of the garden cloches. But I have, once I got it kind of started with the energy thing up here, it kind of ran out of power. But this had this has a storage buffer for the biodiesel, which was pretty nice. So I went ahead and done that. We need to figure out some way to store the biodiesel, and I'm trying to figure out what to use. And I think I might go with there's kind of large storage. Fluid. Like, is there a fluid storage system, tank intake valve, advanced generators? I'll figure something out. I think there is a fluid storage from Tinker's Construct. That might be a good thing to use. But man, this machine is pretty good looking, I must say. But yeah, we have this output. I'm not sure if I need to hook these up. I don't think that matters, but it doesn't show we're really gaining much. That's just because that thing's full, and these buffers are full of power. Like, this is too. It's only constantly running because it needs to power this thing. So I don't know. I don't know if I should shut this off. I think there's a way to shut it off. Right here's a redstone port. We don't currently have a lever or anything on us. We can go get a lever. That's probably what I should do. Get a lever, let this thing build up power. Alright, lever. Alright, we can automate the power later, so it only kicks on when we need it to kick on. I don't know if it consumes more biodiesel than it actually needs. Let's turn this thing off and see what this does. Okay, so as you see, the biodiesel is actually still filling into here. I'm guessing there's an internal biodiesel buffer in this machine. We can't see it. It's kind of not cool, but you know, that's all we can do. Yeah, I just think we need more hemp. Because currently it has enough for 8 slots, so we can have 8 industrial hemp seeds being processed at one time. It's just not producing enough. What other things make... What is this, seed oil? So any seed, really. We could... Will these seeds work? They should. Right? Theoretically, yes, it does work. What about canola seeds? Because if canola seeds work, we could just basically make a buffer for quite a while. You know what? I'm not sure if I like having the ear defenders on here all the time, because that's kind of annoying. Not hearing my steps. Alright, let's grab some of this. Let's turn this into seed. Because technically these are seeds, so it should work. Should work. We shouldn't have an issue here. Alright, let's try this. Yes, it does work. Sweet. So we technically have a big backlog of seeds. So that's not going to be too much of an issue. We can grow canola and do it that way. We just have to automate how canola works. Because canola, we can just set up an auto crafter and have it crafting these seeds. So that's a lot better, now that I think of it. That won't be too bad. Okay, so we should be generating some biodiesel now. There we go. And there's our plant oil generating. Quite nice. The only issue is when this overfills. There needs to be some buffer. When this is full, these hoppers will fill up, then these things will just continue dropping items all into the world. And I don't want that to happen. So maybe a storage drawer would be nice. Just getting a few storage drawers. Let's get a few storage drawers. I think I have some. Yes, I do. Okay, so a few of those. And we can set those. I'm pretty sure the hoppers will automatically pull them out. Right? If I'm not mistaken. Let me get up here. There we go. Right? Will it automatically input into that? Okay, it does work. So this will just kind of be a saving grace, hopefully. So that way our items don't just get destroyed, like dumping stuff everywhere. These are going to be a little bit more difficult because they do produce 2 different items. But we can use it anyways. Okay. So it is changing the icons and everything. Don't know if I like that too much. Kind of slows it down as well. At least for this machine. But I think changing canola seeds and everything, I think this will inevitably work better for us. Once we get like kind of an equilibrium here, I think it'll be a much better situation. So let's turn this bad boy back on. And let's see. It shows it's only... Well, it's because everything's using it. But currently it's only producing 205 RF for us. Running itself, anyways. It requires more power to run than it's going to make. I guess whenever this thing finally has an internal buffer that's full, I think we'll be fine. Because it doesn't look like it's using too much stuff. But yeah, well, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to click that subscribe button. This one took me quite a while to get done today. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, like I said, don't forget to click that like button and also click that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And as always, thanks for watching.